Following today's oral arguments, the Supreme Court appears ready to uphold a ban on TikTok.
TikTok.
What if one of the most popular apps in the world, TikTok, faced its final curtain call in the United States? The platform, home to viral dances, trending challenges, and global communities, is now at the center of a legal showdown at the Supreme Court. But what led to this moment? Is it about privacy, national security, or something much bigger? Let's unpack the story of how TikTok ended up on trial in America's highest court. For the last 4 years, TikTok has been confronting an existential crisis. It's under danger of being outlawed in the United States, but the video app's destiny may soon be determined. On Friday, the Supreme Court will hear arguments from TikTok's attorneys and the Justice Department. At issue are the app's estimated 170 million users in the US, the future of a multi-billion-dollar social media wunderkind, and the conflict of free speech in the digital age with the danger China presents to the nation's security. Here is a rundown of what to anticipate. What is happening on Friday? The app's legal team and Justice Department attorneys will present their case in an emergency hearing before the Supreme Court in the case TikTok versus Merrick Garland. Because it violates the free expression of the millions of Americans who use the program, TikTok is anticipated to contend that a statute signed by the Biden administration that bans the app is illegal. Because a foreign enemy may use the software to alter or collect data on Americans, the Justice Department is anticipated to claim that it presents a national security danger. Starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the court will webcast the oral arguments online, which may last up to 2 hours. It is not anticipated that the matter will be decided on Friday. Will the outcome determine whether TikTok is banned or not? It might. ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns TikTok, has until January 19th to sell up its U.S. business or face a statewide ban under a measure signed by President Biden and enacted by Congress in April. According to legal experts, the court might postpone the law's effective date of January 19th in order to give the justices more time to consider their options. The process of shutting down TikTok in the United States may start if the Supreme Court concurs with the lower federal appeals court that upheld the statute last month. The January 19 deadline is nullified if the judges rule that the statute is unconstitutional and the popular video app will continue to operate normally. There is also the possibility of other middle ground decisions. The Supreme Court might, for example, object to the lower court's reasoning for upholding the law and direct the court to change its mind. What are the cases for and against cracking down on TikTok? The Justice Department claims that since TikTok is controlled by a Chinese corporation, Beijing may secretly alter the information and viewpoints of Americans. As a result, attorneys for the Justice Department contend that the divest or ban rule is appropriate for reasons of national security. However, TikTok claims it is being unjustly singled out, arguing that its algorithm and data collecting methods are no different from those of the top social networking applications in the US. The legal team for TikTok contends that the company's forced U.S. store closure amounts to an unparalleled repression of free expression by the government. The statute has consequences for the First Amendment's rights of free speech, according to the lower court's decision upholding it. In a surprising turn of events, however, that view maintained that preventing China from possibly censoring the speech of Americans was in accordance with the spirit of the First Amendment. How does President-elect Donald Trump play into TikTok's future? Donald Trump, the president-elect, has made his stance on TikTok public by submitting an amicus brief to the Supreme Court, urging the justices to postpone any decision until after he takes office and has the opportunity to assist in finding a solution. Trump is certain that he can use his negotiating abilities to reach a deal that would result in an American business or group of investors buying TikTok's U.S. business. Trump authored his December brief as a private citizen and as the future president. He had no executive authority at the time, and he made his request without citing any legal justification. Many legal experts don't think the court's final ruling will be impacted by Trump's brief. Now, Trump won't have many options if the court overturns the legislation. However, Trump has many alternatives if the High Court upholds the legislation, including ordering his administration to refrain from enforcing it while he negotiates a settlement. Why does Trump support TikTok? Trump claims he wants to save TikTok, a platform he attempted to outlaw during his first administration. This shift has been ascribed to TikTok's role in boosting his presidential campaign among younger viewers. However, some TikTok viewers have questioned if billionaire Jeff Yass's recent intimacy with Trump is maybe a factor. Susquehanna International Group, Yass's business, owns a substantial portion in ByteDance, the firm that runs TikTok. Trump's support for TikTok is a bit of a departure from Washington norms. Congress enacted the app restriction measure with backing from both parties. TikTok was considered a cyber threat to the United States by the intelligence community in both the Trump and Biden administrations. Furthermore, the majority of national security analysts concur that TikTok's connections to China are concerning. Will TikTok actually be sold? Although such horse trading is still hypothetical, national security experts in contact with Chinese regulators have told NPR that Chinese officials seem to be warming up to the possibility that China may agree to the sale of TikTok's U.S. business if the country can gain something from it, such as trade concessions from the incoming Trump administration. China has passed regulations requiring its government to bless the export of technology like TikTok's algorithm, meaning any sale would need Beijing's approval. It has publicly maintained for years that TikTok is not for sale. How are everyday users reacting to the Supreme Court case? In the wake of a potential TikTok ban in the United States, a wave of videos advocating the use of virtual private networks, VPNs, has gained massive traction on the platform. These videos suggest that VPNs could help users bypass any geographic restrictions and maintain access to the app even if it is officially banned. With TikTok's vast user base, creators and fans alike are exploring all possible solutions to preserve their connection to the platform. However, cybersecurity experts warn that relying on VPNs might not be a foolproof strategy, as government measures could target such workarounds to enforce a more robust ban. At the same time, the uncertainty surrounding TikTok's future has prompted other app designers and creators to encourage TikTokers to shift their focus to competing platforms like Instagram's Reels and YouTube's Shorts. These platforms are actively positioning themselves as alternatives, offering similar short-form video features to attract creators and audiences alike. Some users are already experimenting with building a presence across these apps to diversify their reach and safeguard their content. While TikTok's fate hangs in the balance, this situation has sparked a broader conversation about digital freedom, platform reliance, and the ever-evolving dynamics of social media landscapes. The Supreme Court's decision on TikTok isn't just about a single app, it's a landmark moment that could reshape digital freedom, privacy, and global tech policies. Whether you're a casual user or a staunch critic, this case forces us to question how much power governments should wield over the digital tools we use daily. As we await the verdict, one thing is clear: this decision will ripple far beyond TikTok itself. What's your take on the TikTok ban? Do you think it's justified, or is it an overreach? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story. Stay informed. Your voice matters.